Hey, welcome to the Madmen of Wrestling podcast. I am Jake.
I'm Victor.
And today we're going to be talking about the NXT call-ups, the Superstar Shakeup, and big returns, depending on if you think they're big or not. But anyways, let's get started with, let's say, big returns. So the Monday Night Raw, after WrestleMania, saw the return of Samoa Joe.
One I was completely excited for.
Yeah, I was hoping to see him sooner rather than later. He came out to confront Roman Reigns, and they had
straight back into the main event picture.
They had a verbal battle, and I think Samoa Joe challenged Roman Reigns at Backlash. So once Roman Reigns concludes his business at the Greatest Royal Rumble,
which we will cover next week when that show starts,
he will face Samoa Joe, whether he's champion or not. So, which is funny because Samoa Joe got the next week after got traded in the Superstar Shakeup, or he got shooked to SmackDown Live, or whatever they want to call it. We're going to use the word traded.
I was going to use the word draft, but whatever, it's all the same.
Yeah. He ain't on Raw no more. That's basically what it is. So, another big return was
Big Cass.
Big Cass.
Talk about big return.
Big Cass showed up during the Superstar Shakeup on SmackDown Live.
Yes, sir.
And confronted Daniel Bryan.
Which is very
interesting choice.
I was going to use the word intriguing.
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, I won't." So you're what everybody's making a big fuss about, little man. Size matters, I guess. So, later on in that show, he put a big boot to Daniel Bryan's face. So I guess they're going to have either mini feud or not, because due to the Superstar Shakeup, The Miz is coming back to SmackDown Live to feud with Daniel Bryan, which is a lot of people are excited about.
Oh, definitely. I was excited for that. We had Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens after they were fired after their match at WrestleMania.
They showed up at Raw the next day
on Miz TV.
Kurt Angle was like, "Hey, I only have one spot open, but I'm not looking to hire tag teams. But I hear TNA is hiring."
Did he say that?
He did say that.
No, he didn't.
He did say TNA is hiring.
Oh, wow.
Which got a big pop. And so, anyways, but he gave them a one-on-one a match against each other. The winner gets the one spot. Of course, they had a double countdown or count out, where they were both knocked out. It's the final countdown. I'm thinking of Daniel Bryan. So, so they both did. Neither one of them got the contract. But the next week on Raw, Stephanie McMahon had hired them both.
I figured.
Through an email. So,
Oh, okay. So that was the following week,
yeah.
The email.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So speaking of which, after this email is read, Kurt Angle has no choice but to accept it, and in return, he sends over The Miz to SmackDown. Which, apparently, Mr. Daniel Bryan is the one that pulled for that.
Yeah, he wanted that, and we all want it. We want to see, though, that year Miz was on SmackDown Live, and there was that.
I have to say that this match is the most anticipated, the most want-to-see match in a very, very long time.
I feel like they're going to hold off on that as long as
which
they
is
can.
Fine, as long as it still builds to it.
I think that's why Big Cass has interjected himself into the mix with Daniel Bryan, to give Daniel Bryan something to do before he fights The Miz.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was Big Cass's big return. So let's move on to call-ups. The Monday night after WrestleMania on Raw, Ember Moon was Nia Jax's mystery partner to face Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. And Ember Moon got the pin on that.
I think I said this on our first episode when we covered NXT TakeOver. and I've said this to you before, I've never been really a fan of Ember Moon too much because of the reasons that I've said. But I am proud of her. I'm proud of that girl making it to Monday Night Raw and showcasing what she can do.
Yeah, I mean, she's talented.
Very much, very,
she needs
very
to improve
talented.
her in-ring acting, facials a little bit more, but she's a great talent. So I was excited to see her move on up to the big show, not the wrestler big show, because that would be kind of weird. But the main roster.
So the next Raw call-up, we have
the Authors of Pain.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're gonna go there. All right.
Heath Slater and Rhino issued a challenge because
an open challenge.
They were the first ever SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, baby.
And he's got kids.
He's got kids, so he needed to prove himself and make that money. But he got the call was answered by the Authors of Pain.
Not the tag team you want to call.
Which they, squashed.
They did.
Rhino and Heath Slater.
They did come out with Paul Ellering.
Yeah, the most notable thing is they did not leave with Paul Ellering. Yeah, they kind of was like, they were walking away from the ring and they were like, no, you stay here, bro. We're going to go by ourselves. Which was kind of shocking, but...
How'd you feel about that?
I mean, they need a mouthpiece. Paul Ellering was doing a great job. But I heard because Paul Ellering didn't want to do a full-time schedule, which makes sense.
You know what? The only way I'd be okay with this, because yes, they need a mouthpiece. Yeah. And I think that Paul Ellering is a good, he's a great manager, and I think he's great for that team. Yeah. But the only way I'll be okay with this is if he sticks with NXT and he brings in a new tag team, and a tag team that fits with him and his history. Well,
he might bring in a new tag team, or he might take over a struggling tag team.
That too, whatever, as long as
Machinery might turn heel, maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. Future prediction. Yeah, but I mean that was newsworthy, and I mean the Authors of Pain are here in the main roster, and they're going to do some damage. I mean it won't be too long until they're the champions, I think. So okay. And the third call-up of the night was No Way Jose, which, I mean, it was his time. I mean, he's spent a lot of time on the NXT roster, and they needed somebody to inspire people to dance, I guess. So he had a confrontation. He had a match, a squash match. Came out with... people are calling them Rosebud Rejects because he had people.
That's right, he pulled out the conga line.
Conga line, and then they were like dancing with him. Which I'm hoping he's not going to keep, but last week he kind of had a.
You know what? I knew this wasn't going to happen, but it would have been funny. Yeah. Seeing Braun Strowman come out as one of the Rosebud Rejects.
All the former Rosebuds.
Yeah. We see the bunny.
Alexa Bliss. She was
a tutu. Yeah, I
know. Even Simon Gotch coming out of...
I hear he's doing well.
I hope so. I mean, it sucks when you get released.
Yeah. But I was like, oh God, because I don't know, I'm not entertained. I know he serves his purpose, but, and I'm sure he works hard, but not
I mean, too. The only way he's going to be able to move up is if he turns heel. And
how's that going to work though?
No, he turns heel and loses the dancing.
And that's just going to be, he's just going to be Jose?
No, he'll still be No Way Jose, but instead of being catchy theme song No Way Jose, it'll be like evil No Way. Like, can I win this match, sir? No way, because I'm Jose.
I'm done.
Yes,
I'm done.
You are done.
No.
Oh, you said done.
Done.
Done. You got to pronunciate. Because I was ready to get
like
on.
King Sasha.
King Sasha. I don't know. It's Kinshasa.
I'm not getting it.
Okay. We had told the crowd.
I'm not getting into this with you.
No, it's We were both wrong. And it's Kinshasa. I had said it was Kinshasa, but it's Kinshasa. And you said some weird Kinshasa.
I was closer than you.
Kinshasa.
I was closer than you. Anyways,
bit, but there's no Z in it. Anyways, we both were wrong, so this is us saying we were both wrong. Now,
we got Zack Ryder in the Shakeup for Raw.
Oh, let's keep going with the call-ups.
Who else do we got for the call-ups? We're moving to call-ups on SmackDown now?
Well, we still got one more.
Okay,
This past week on the Superstar Shakeup, Superstar Shakeup edition.
Superdar.
Why don't you guide us through this then?
No, you're right. Go ahead.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. So, the surprise call-up to help Dolph Ziggler was Drew McIntyre.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Some people think that's a weird combo.
I believe they've been together before.
I can't recall at this moment, but yeah, some people say it's a weird combo, and some people think this is the second coming of the Heartbreak Kid and Diesel. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Some people didn't want Drew McIntyre to be saddled by the Dolph Ziggler albatross, but I mean, we'll see. Maybe they'll be good for each other.
You know what? If they do the second coming of Shawn and Diesel,
yeah,
and they do that similar type of storyline where they push Dolph and make him champion, or they do this whole thing for a long period of time,
yeah,
and then they'll end up breaking apart and doing a feud together, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I mean, they got to establish Drew McIntyre again.
Yeah.
I mean, for the people that don't recall it.
I'm sure that they'll reference towards NXT.
No, they will. I'm hoping for a 3MB like reunion, not like a reunion, but just them in the same ring together or same segment together. That would be pretty cool, I think. What would you think of that?
I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
I think
but
so.
It's not the same Drew as before.
And it's not the same hinder. Or gender. Hinder. Don't hinder gender.
No. We're not going to hinder gender. We're not going to hinder gender.
And it's not the same Heath Slater because he's got kids now. So, yeah. Okay, so that was
now?
that. Well, I mean,
sorry.
He never talked about them before. So, anyways, let's move on to SmackDown's call-ups. The SmackDown Live after WrestleMania. Okay, so this is the scenario. Charlotte Flair was talking about her match with Asuka and how it was great, and she had praise for Asuka, and then she was interrupted by formerly known as the Iconic Duo, now going by the Iconics,
which I like.
Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, which I was waiting for their call-up because they weren't doing anything on NXT.
No, things here and there.
I'm a big fan of Peyton Royce and Billie Kay.
Yep. Well, wasn't
Peyton Royce?
Wasn't Billie Kay on SmackDown when she first debuted? Didn't she debut on SmackDown?
I think she had a match on SmackDown,
and she won.
Did she win?
I'm pretty sure she won her
You're
first.
Gonna have to check.
I'll
give us
quote me on that.
Put some comments down. Yeah. So, anyways, they came out. They destroyed Charlotte Flair, like decimated her, and then Carmella came out with her Money in the Bank briefcase, gave it to the ref. The ref, for some unknown reason, was like, "Are you sure? You want to do what now? Are you sure?" He took like 5 minutes. Are you sure? This has never been done before. I've never seen somebody cash in a briefcase.
Wasn't the referee Mike Chioda?
I can't recall. I probably was, but I mean, like, he's been there long enough to know how it works. But he took forever, and I was like, "Hurry up and get this thing started." Not because I wanted to see Carmella as champion, but because this was ridiculous.
It was awkward.
Yeah, hurry the hell up. So, anyways, finally, after a long time, they cashed it in, announced the match. Carmella kicked Charlotte in the face, covered her for the 1, 2, 3, and we have a new SmackDown Live Women's Champion, Carmella. So, yeah, needless to say, the call-ups were the Iconics, and they had a huge impact that day. Now, fast forward to the next week, which SmackDown Live had more call-ups than they did the previous week. First off, they had Sanity. Sanity were called up and it was a surprise that Nikki Cross was not with them, but I could see NXT still needing her, or maybe they want to just make her own, wrestler, not have a faction behind her.
I don't know. I kind of liked that a faction like Sanity had a woman.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she'll join them later. It's possible. Maybe. But anyways, Sanity's coming up. That's going to be big. It's Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane. They all have, whatever they get involved in, they're going to do, it's going to be great. Whether it's the tag division or solo division. So yeah, I'm excited for that. They got called up. Who else? Oh, and Andrade Cien Almas.
Oh, and Selena Vega.
And Selena Vega, his mouthpiece, are going to make their SmackDown Live debut.
We're gonna respect the campeón.
Yeah.
Well, he's not champion no more, but
El Ídolo. See,
you said it better than I could, so I'm not gonna knock you on that one.
I had to actually concentrate on that one.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, I got it right. And his muñeca, that's what he calls Selena Vega. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm hoping that they do something good with him and not stamp him on the lower mid card or something. I think they will, because I think just the dynamic with him and Selena Vega is a good dynamic, and he's a great wrestler. I think he's going to find himself in either the U.S. Championship picture or maybe even the WWE title picture.
Well, only time will tell.
Yeah, only time will tell.
So what, we gonna do the shakeup now? Is there any other call-ups
I thought
that you're missing? Because I missed all that.
I might be missing one, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So you covered the Iconics. We covered the Miz.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Jinder Mahal.
Oh, let's talk about the shakeup then.
All right, so we're starting with Raw then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the shakeup, Jinder Mahal, U.S. champion.
Yep.
Jinder Mahal.
Him and Sunil Singh brought over the United States Championship from SmackDown,
and then got immediately challenged by Jeff Hardy, who ended up winning.
That's the one. He returned, right? Didn't he return?
Oh yeah, he returned. Yeah. It's another big return. We forgot. We totally forgot about Jeff Hardy.
How can we forget about him?
We just did. But Jeff Hardy, yeah. I already feel like he's been there a while. doesn't feel new.
You know what makes... See, I saw him in the deletion match.
Yeah.
Just briefly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. But anyways, yes, he got challenged immediately and lost.
Yeah. Which kind of... Because, okay, with Jinder Mahal coming over, you had to expect Seth Rollins to go to SmackDown.
Yep.
So with Jeff Hardy winning...
I had just had a friend that I don't know if he's a new wrestling fan. I'm pretty sure that he's just like getting back into it, being an older gentleman. But yeah, he was wondering if it was possible to have both titles on one brand. But knowing from the past, that's not going to happen. You're going to have both the mid-card titles
you're not going to have the U.S. Championship and
on separate brands.
Championship on the same brand.
Yeah.
There's just no point.
So we knew at least somebody was going to go over.
So instead of making it less obvious or more obvious, they made it less obvious by having either Jeff Hardy now could be sent to SmackDown.
That actually makes sense.
Or Seth Rollins being sent to SmackDown.
Right.
A lot of people, it was still kind of like obvious Jeff Hardy would, because I'm sure they wanted to separate
Matt and Jeff,
yeah. To have Jeff do a solo thing.
Yeah. So yeah, we got Jinder Mahal coming over to Raw from SmackDown with the United States title, losing to Jeff Hardy, and as we just said, Jeff Hardy got drafted to SmackDown.
Other
Shakeups. Other shakeups. So we got the Riot Squad.
Oh, the Riot Squad showed up and beat down on Bayley and Sasha. Which, I mean, it's fine. Now, but at the time you had both Absolution and Riot Squad, so you knew most likely Absolution was going to SmackDown, which happened. Also, you have like more of the minor people, like Zack Ryder goes to Raw.
Yeah.
Mojo Rawley goes to Raw.
Breezango
goes to Raw, and then they ended up beating the Bar, which made sense because the Bar ended up going to SmackDown.
Yeah.
You have Samoa Joe returning from
injury. We talked about him. Samoa Joe returning,
to SmackDown,
gone to SmackDown,
and immediately calls out Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and AJ
which
Styles.
is genius.
Oh no, I'm looking forward to all of those matches.
Looking.
I said looking.
You said Wookie.
I said looking.
I can't do.
I didn't say Wookie.
There you go.
Yeah, see. I said looking. Okay.
Dolph Ziggler was on SmackDown.
Yeah.
As we talked about,
showed up with Drew McIntyre.
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin went to Raw, which I don't know what's gonna happen with him there.
I think he'll do well on the Red Brand. I think
he'll have a program with Braun Strowman.
Who knows?
I think so.
Who knows? Yeah. But big fan of Baron Corbin. Think he's gonna do well on Raw.
Yeah. And then Natalya shifted over to Raw and started a friendship with Ronda Rousey. So it's only a matter of time before she stabs Ronda Rousey in the back. Yes,
that's gonna be fun. I think we had talked about it on a WrestleMania episode.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey trained over in the Santino Bros out here in California.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned too that they train together a little bit.
Yeah. So I think they pairing them up.
Yeah.
So they can. So Ronda Rousey could get a little bit more.
Yes.
More experience.
Yep.
And yeah. So anybody else? Am I missing? Trades?
So minor one, we have Mike Kanellis and the Ascension.
Oh, Mike Kanellis and the Ascension. Mike Kanellis has been lost in the shuffle ever since his wife was pregnant. I mean, even though he got strapped with that pretty lame gimmick. But, I mean, maybe Raw will do something better with him.
He's the greatest love of all.
He'll get rebooted. And hopefully he'll live up to his potential.
So we also have, I don't know how you want to call it, whether it's a big one or it's a little one, but we have Bobby Roode and Chad Gable.
Bobby Roode and Chad Gable are on Raw now. I think Bobby Roode needed this change. Hopefully they'll turn him heel on Raw because he's a better heel. He is. Even though his theme music is very catchy, he's a better heel.
Do you think that it's outplayed? Not outplayed, overrated?
His theme music?
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. And then we have Chad Gable, who might have a future reunion with Jason Jordan when he comes back.
I know.
Whether it's tag team or a feud.
I would like to see a feud. I know. I do miss American Alpha together because they were a great tag team. But after Jason Jordan being on Raw and this whole Kurt Angle's son thing, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Nobody was buying that. Yeah. Nobody was wanting it. And then him feuding and teaming with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then on the SmackDown side, like I said, the Bar goes over to SmackDown. Absolution.
Samoa Joe,
Jeff Hardy.
Sanity, Big Cass.
Well, Big Cass was originally on Raw. Now he's on SmackDown.
Asuka, you went over already too.
Asuka's now officially on SmackDown.
Oh, one that I'm excited for since now we have Sheamus and Cesaro over there.
The Good Brothers are also at the Bar.
Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Good Brothers. That's one I was actually happy for.
Hopefully they get a nice little reboot.
We got Andrade Cien Almas over there.
He's a call up, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Is that it?
Yeah, I think pretty much.
All right, sir. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that SmackDown won this.
No, hands down, they won it. You get their tag team division's now stacked. Their call-ups are stellar call-ups. You get Samoa Joe, who immediately brings a threat of a monster heel. It brings in great matches to look forward to. We want to see Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan. We want to see Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. We want to see Samoa Joe versus Randy Orton. I mean,
these matches are matches that fans want to see. The hardcore wrestling fan wants to see all these, and Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, and all these guys being on one brand is just a must-watch show.
And they're talking about this being the rebirth of the SmackDown 6 from a decade ago. So, I mean, it might be even more than 6. It might be 10, SmackDown 10. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, officially in my mind, SmackDown 1 immediately improved. They got rid of some dead weight that was just, I mean...
Dead weight?
Yeah, dead weight. I mean, Dolph Ziggler.
Dead weight?
I mean, he's a great, but as a character, his character wasn't going anywhere. He's not believable. Tag teams such as the Ascension and Breezango. I mean, even though they were great with the Fashion Files, wrestling-wise, they weren't doing anything great.
So, well, when they were wrestling, before they started Fashion Files, they were doing great. It starts.
Yeah. And then you get a good like show within a show, and then that's all you're known for. That's all you do.
Yeah.
I mean, none of that. The show led to anything really great. But anyways, yeah. So SmackDown 1. That was. I mean, it was a pretty newsworthy shakeup. I think better than most years.
Yeah. Usually, I think some people usually are disappointed, but I think I was pretty satisfied with this one. As usual, I'm sticking with the blue brand. I am wearing red, but that's today.
I've always been a SmackDown fan, and I will remain blue through and through. So, anything else?
No. All right, guys. Well, that was the shakeup.
Yeah, that concludes our call-ups, shakeup, and returns video. Our next video will probably be about the greatest Royal Rumble. It's taking place in Saudi Arabia.
Yep. So come check out our channel next week. Should be by next weekend that video will be up. Yeah. We're gonna obviously watch the greatest Royal Rumble, and then we'll go over it maybe the next day or so, and then give it some time for us to upload that, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, this has been the Madmen of Wrestling, and this has been our podcast.
I'm Victor.
I'm Jake. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and we'll catch you next time.
Oh wait, Instagram, Madmen of Wrestling.
Thumbs. We're gonna do a thumb more.